So I'm here today with Louise Walker, a senior solicitor at Just Employment Law, to talk about one or two of the immediate things that employers might have to think about as a result of the UK's decision to leave the European Union. Louise, Brexit has possibly caused a little bit of anxiety amongst employees who are citizens of the EU but not of the UK. Is there anything employers can do at the moment to give these employees a little bit of reassurance about their positions?
The Brexit vote does bring with it some uncertainty. The first thing employers can do is just reassure employees that nothing's going to change in the immediate short term. The process will take at least 2 years for the UK to leave the EU from the point the government issues the UK's notice, so to speak. So employees should be reassured that at least during that 2 years there will be no changes and they can continue to work.
Thanks, Louise. And in the future, how should employers manage the situation as the picture becomes a little bit clearer about what Brexit will mean for their EU workers?
Communication is really key here, and employers should keep employees up to date as and when any changes happen. For example, employers might want to hold Q&A sessions with employees to answer any key questions that arise, but they should avoid speculating, and it should really be just giving information on the current position as and when it comes available.
So let's get to the really important question, the question that really matters to EU workers. Is there a real risk here that once Brexit's complete, EU workers won't have the right to work in the UK anymore?
And that doesn't seem the most likely outcome, but since there are a lot of uncertainties, it's impossible to say for sure. I think the important thing is just to keep up to date with what's happening, let employees know any developments when you can, and just make it clear that they're informed that as soon as the employer knows anything, they'll pass on information. I think it would be a little surprising, however, if there was no deal reached where UK nationals could continue to live and work in the EU and vice versa.
Louise, a recent CIPD survey showed that 1 in 10 employees had either seen or knew of an incident of bullying or harassment of a political nature, and that 7% of the people surveyed had actually seen bullying and harassment of a racial nature. What can employers do to ensure that that doesn't happen when feelings might be running high about whether Brexit is a good thing or not?
Most employers now take a zero tolerance approach to racially and politically motivated behaviour. It would be a good idea for employers to remind employees that behaviour of that nature won't be tolerated in the workplace. Employers should have a look at their policies to make sure that they're clear and up to date, and familiarise staff with the terms of those policies.
I think one thing that was very evident following the referendum vote was that many people took to social media to express their views about whether the result of the referendum was a positive thing for the country or not. Is there anything employers can do to make sure that their employees don't go over the top in expressing these views and maybe bring the company into disrepute as a result of doing that?
There's no doubt that the result of the vote has polarised opinions in the UK, and undoubtedly people are going to take to social media to share their opinions on such an important matter. What is important is that the employer again has clear policies in place about social media use, and if people are posting things on social media, they should make it clear that it's not the opinion of their employer.
What sort of instructions might an employer consider giving their employees about use of social media when they're commenting on political issues like Brexit?
Employees should be given clear instructions not to refer to their employer without express permission, and also reminded not to make comments that could be potentially harmful to the business.
Thank you very much, Louise.
Thank you.